Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel, Become Better. In today's video we're going to talk all about trying new things. This topic is, I think, obviously all my topics on my channel are really important that I talk about. But obviously trying new things is it's a really scary thing to try new things. Especially in my life right now, currently. I've accomplished a lot of my goals that I've wanted to achieve this year, and oh, my camera just fell, but let's carry on. Sorry about that. But anyway, I have accomplished a lot that I've wanted to do this year, and it's gotten to the point where it's sort of a point where I've gotten to this stage where I've accomplished pretty much all my goals that I set for myself this year, at the beginning of this year, and it's only half of the year through, and for the rest of the year I have set myself new goals. And the thing about setting myself the new goals is I'm scared to take action on them, because my new goals is on the topic of trying new things. And I think this topic is it's just a really important topic to talk about, because when you try new things and put yourself out there and do things you haven't done before, it is really scary and overwhelming. And it made me feel like I wanted to quit, you know? It made me feel like, oh my god, I'm trying these new things. I want to quit this. I don't think... Not saying I can't do it, because you should never say you can't do your goal. Always set goals for your dreams, and if you feel like you can't do it, still push yourself to do it, because you never know till you try. That's the thing, and it's sort of something I have to tell myself, if I don't try, I'll never know. So it's when you're trying something new, you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, and when you push yourself outside your comfort zone, it obviously makes you feel nervous and scared, and it makes you feel like you want to give up and quit and be like, no, I can't do this, or no, I want this to be perfect, and if it's not perfect, I'm just not going to go for it. I think I was talking about this with one of my friends the other day, and she said to me that if something's not perfect, she's just not going to do it, or because she wants everything to be perfect, everything she does in her life. And she said to me oh, Chloe, sometimes if I don't think I can do something perfectly, I just give up and be like, no, I can't do it, I'll move on to something else. And when she told me that, it made me think oh no, obviously when you want to do something in your life, obviously you want it to be perfect and stuff. And I sort of agreed with her, and I thought oh wow, in my life, sometimes I don't do things because I want everything to be perfect. It's sort of that perfectionism situation where you want to do something and you want to make it perfect and stuff. And it's if you don't feel that way, then it's sort of oh damn, I don't want to do this anymore. But I think that's not a good mindset to put yourself in, because if you think I want everything to be perfect the first time and things like that, then you're never going to try, and you're never going to do everything that you want to do and things like that. So I think perfectionism, it's definitely a trap. It traps you, and it makes you think oh, I'm still going to do this thing because I feel I can't make it perfect. And if I can't make it perfect, then it's sort of saying, oh no, it's just, what is the point of even doing this situation in the first place? But yeah, when it comes to trying new things, it's just so scary to put yourself out there and try something new. Even when I started this YouTube channel, I thought to myself oh, I can't do this, talking to a camera and stuff like that. But then there was this project that I wanted to do and push myself to do, and now I've been making videos for just over 3 months now. It's sort of become a part of my life and a part of my routine, that I film one of these videos every week. And the more times you do something, the more comfortable you get with it, and the less outside your comfort zone you feel, and the more confident you feel in doing that certain thing. And once you're confident in doing that certain thing, then when you do it, you won't feel like it's outside your comfort zone anymore, because then you'll be used to it as part of your routine. Like, so for example, like filming these videos, now it's a part of my routine. I'm not as scared to do it anymore. Like, you know, I know what to do. I turn on the camera, I start talking about the topic and things like that. And it's sort of the exact same thing with anything in life. It's like starting a new hobby or starting a new job. You know, once it's in your routine and you do it, like, it's like second nature. You don't think twice about it. And what I've been struggling with is sort of like starting. I think when it comes to starting something new, the hardest part is always to start. And that's with anything in life. Like, starting is the hardest thing to do. Like, starting something new is the hardest thing to do. And it's really hard, like, to start something that you're terrified to do if it's outside your comfort zone. But I think, like, after you start doing it, like, it flows easier and you get into like a rhythm and a routine, and like it's not as, like, I think when you first start something it's so daunting because you're like, this is new to me, I've never done this before, but like once you start doing it and it flows, and then you get the hang of things, and then it becomes part of your routine, that's when it becomes easier. And it's easier to like manage and deal with and to digest in your body, basically, and in your life, really. And I think it's just starting. It's the hardest part. Starting something new, it's just the hardest part to do. Like, it really is like the hardest part to do, to start something new, because it's like you overthink as well. Like, I overthink like before I start something because you want to make it perfect, which comes back to the topic that we were talking about earlier of like perfectionism. I think like perfectionism, it really is a trap. And like, when you first start something, it's not going to be perfect. Or it might be perfect in your eyes, but like when you start, it's going to be clumpy, it's going to be messy, you're going to have to deal with things you haven't done before and deal with new things, and it's going to be outside your comfort zone, and you're going to feel like scared and stressed. And when you do something outside your comfort zone, you're not really going to know what you're doing as well. So that also adds to the development of starting something new. It's just the hardest part is to start, but I think, honestly, once you start, I think, like, everything flows, like, really, really well. And, like, obviously, like, once you start something, it's just really, really, easy to like, deal with, everything, and, like, to like power through and to like keep going. And I think once you start as well, also make sure to finish what you started. Some people in life, they start a new project or a new hobby, and they sort of and then sometimes people like give up and stuff when they're like sort of halfway through it. And I think you should never give up, you know? Never give up on finishing a project. Like, once you start a project, please finish it. Like, don't ever give up. And it's just, when it comes to starting new things, it's just, all I can say in my advice is just to start. Like, you're going to be nervous. And I think the other thing is that sometimes before you start something, you'll procrastinate and overthink. And same with me, I do it all the time. Like, when I start something new, I overthink and overanalyze everything, and then it makes me think, why should I do it? And then it makes me want to give up and not do it at all. But that's a trap. You shouldn't do that. Overthinking is just a trap that you get yourself caught and wound up in. And I think like in the grand scheme of things, like, it's just, if you're like overthinking before you start, then like all the thoughts aren't real. All thoughts are just thoughts, you know, they're not real, you know, they're just thoughts, you know, and you shouldn't let your thoughts stop you from doing what you want to do and what you want to accomplish in life, because you can accomplish all your dreams that you want to set out, that you've set out to do. And I think it's like also like when you start something new, it's overwhelming because there's so many things you can do, but it's like breaking down. So like if you have a goal that you want to achieve, sometimes if you take that one goal, like if you write down like 10 goals you want to achieve and you look at them all, you're going to get overwhelmed and be like, oh, I can't do this, I want to quit. But if you take one goal at a time and you be like, okay, I want to do this, and then you break it down, okay, how do I get to this goal? And you make it step by step. So if first I do this, and then 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 I make it to my ultimate goal. And one other thing that I would also say is trust timing. Never underestimate the power of wrong place, wrong time. Sometimes in life we have goals that we want to put out into the world to achieve, and sometimes it's just the wrong timing to pursue that goal. Sometimes in life you have to like make the timing right to accomplish that goal. Because sometimes if you're trying to achieve something and you're not reaching it, sometimes you have to like take a break and let the evil pass you by, so then you can make it to your ultimate goal. So sometimes timing has to align perfectly, and you have to like align with what's meant for you to like achieve that goal. I believe that the universe doesn't like give you something you want if you're not in the right place to like get it, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is like if you want to achieve something in your life and you're not achieving it yet, sometimes it's just not the right time. And like I believe like if you want to accomplish something in your life and it's not like happening, sometimes in life it's like about you sorry, I can't get my words out today. Sometimes if you want to achieve something, sometimes the universe won't let you achieve it until you're ready to achieve it. That's what I'm trying to say here. So like if you have like a goal and you haven't achieved it yet but you're still working towards it, sometimes if you're not aligned with that goal, you like won't come into your real life until later on. And sometimes it's frustrating to wait until that happens, but in all honesty, like waiting is one of the best gifts. I know in the moment it sucks to wait for things, like if you're trying to achieve your goal and it's just not happening, and you put all this work and effort into it and it's just not happening, and you get really frustrated and you get really annoyed at it and everything, and like it makes you think that like, oh no, like I'm never gonna achieve this thing. But sometimes like waiting is honestly the best gift, because when the universe does align with your goals to make it happen, like it's honestly better than you ever imagined. Like for example with me, there's been times in my life where I wanted to accomplish something quicker than it actually happened, and I got really frustrated of waiting for the right time. But once like the timing was right and everything aligned, and like I kept pushing and pushing. This doesn't mean like stop trying. Like if you want a goal, keep pushing and trying, but if it's not happening, sometimes it's just not the right time. And one of my friends said this to me, and he said that timing is everything in life, and I 100% agree. If you like in life, I think if you like do something at the wrong place at the wrong time, you're not gonna get you may not like get the success that you want. Like timing is everything in life, it really is. Right, like never underestimate the power of wrong place, wrong time. It is really true. And it's a sad reality to like accept, but timing is really a big game changer in life in general. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Starting new things is scary, but just go for it. If you want to try something new, please just go for it. I know it's scary, I know it's like jumping into the unknown, like jumping into your fear, but like once you face your fear and you're on the other end of that, it feels a bit less scary, and it's not as bad as you think. And once you get in a routine and a hang of it, it really does pay off. It really does. So if you're scared to try something new, please do it. You won't regret it, I promise you. Just like with me, like there's been times where I'm like terrified to do things, and then like I do them, and then I was still terrified all the way through, but we made it through and we powered through, and yeah, and you move forward and prosper and keep going, and yeah, so that is the video on trying new things. And the last message that I want to put across is, like I've said, don't underestimate the power of wrong place, wrong time, because timing is really everything in life. And sometimes when you really want something, if praying to God helps. Pray to God and forget about it. Give your prayers to God, and God will answer your prayers if it's meant to be in your life. And if something's not meant to be in your life, then it won't be. And timing is everything, and sometimes in life, like, you just gotta trust like the timing of things that will unfold the way you want to, and don't give up, you know. Just because you try something and it doesn't work out the first time, it doesn't mean that it won't work out the second time or the third time around. And if you truly, really, 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 really want something, keep pushing for it. And if you keep pushing and pushing and it still doesn't work out, then maybe it's time to move on to a different goal or a different plan. And sometimes it's just not the right time, and if it's truly meant for you, it will end up finding a way back to you. And the other thing is, trust your intuition, because your intuition knows better than you. And if like something's calling back to you and you keep getting an intuition like something's right and you should do this certain thing, then you definitely should. So yeah, try new things. It's scary, it's a scary world, and we're all trying our best. But honestly, like, if you want to try something new and do something, and even if you're terrified, feel the fear and do it anyway, because it really is, like, after you do it, like, it really is, like, you'll be so proud of yourself on the other end, and you'll look back at yourself and be like, wow, I did that. Me, I accomplished my fear, and I did that. I did what I wanted to do. And that is a blessing. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe down below. Check out all my other videos that I have to offer on this channel. I really appreciate you being here and checking out this video. And I will see you guys next week for a brand